Welcome once again to the Snow Angel Fitness Series, Volume 3, Get Lean. This is the leg and glute workout today. Now before we get started, you're going to need a medicine ball, a stability ball, and some dumbbells you feel comfortable with. Now once again, I've got my athletes here with me, Bruce, Dee Dee, and Stacy. And as we begin, we're going to go ahead and start with a warm-up. We're going to start with some basic jumping jacks, one set, 25 seconds. Now ready, and begin. 25 seconds, full range of motion. Stay on the balls of your feet with this. Make sure you try to touch your hands at the top. Full range of motion. Legs all the way out as your arms go up. Big deep breaths. This is just a warm-up. There's no pace set up here. You've got 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start with a medicine ball jump squat today. So grab your medicine ball, a size that you feel comfortable with. You're going to put behind your neck with your elbows nice and wide, and we're going to do a jump squat. Ready? And begin. So this is a series of 3 separate jumps. You've got one deep jump, a half squat, and then another deep jump when you're leaving the ground. So it's a series of 3 throughout the workout. So you've got deep, half squat, and then deep and explode off the ground. Stay focused here, look forward and look up. Keep your elbows nice and wide. Okay, real quick break. We'll start up for set number 2. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Ready, and begin. Deep squat, half squat real fast, deep, and explode. Now be careful now when you land from that explosion off the floor, make sure your knees are bent. Use your knees as your body's built-in shock absorber here. 10 seconds. Big, deep breaths. 5. Keep all that weight on your heels as you land. You don't want your knees to go over your toes. Okay, quick break. We're going to mountain climbers next. So you're going to start off with your hands down to your side, hands out in front of you, with your feet behind you. Ready? And begin. One knee comes in, one leg goes back. As fast as you can, try to stabilize your torso here. Stay on the balls of your feet at the back end. Excellent. Big, deep breaths here. We're going to get anaerobic here real quick. We've got 7 seconds. Excellent. Try to stabilize your torso now. Quick break. 1 down, 1 to go. We're going to let your heart rate come down a little bit. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready, and begin. Try to get those knees in all the way in towards your chest. Stomach stays nice and tight. Excellent. Big, deep breaths. Okay, you've got 6 seconds left. And take a break. Okay, we've got a basic squat next with the stability ball. You're going to hold the stability ball overhead as you squat. Stability ball. Okay, here we go. Ready? And begin. Feet a little wider than shoulder width on this exercise. Push the weight onto your heels. Push your rear end back as far as you can and drop down. Keep that back nice and rigid now as you're doing this exercise. You've got to make sure you're not going to round your low back into this exercise. And try to keep that ball straight up and forward just a little bit at an angle. Okay, quick break. Let your legs relax, let your arms relax. Here we go. Set number 2. Ready, and begin. Arms up as straight as you can on this exercise. Keep that ball way over off your head. The goal is to not let that ball touch your head. Excellent. Deep breath on the way down. As you start your ascent, that's when you're exhaling. Okay, we got 5 seconds left. 2, 1. Okay. Next exercise is called a squat jump. So you've got hands behind your head. Big deep breaths here. I want you to focus in your squat jump. You're going to explode off the ground every single repetition. Here we go. Ready? And begin. Deep breath on the way down. Use your knees as a shock absorber now. Explode off the ground. Keep your breathing nice and deep and rhythmic with your movement. Take your time. There's no rush here. There's no set number of repetitions. Do what you can do. We've got 2 sets, remember, so real quick break. Set number 2 coming up. Let that heart rate come down a little bit. Okay. That's down far enough. Ready, set, and go. Big deep breaths. Exhale on the way up. Keep that stomach tight. Try not to round your back. So while you're doing this, make sure you're looking forward and up. Excellent. Stay with it. The second you land, push that weight back onto your heels. Stay focused with that center of gravity on the heels. 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, grab your dumbbells. We're going to do a basic stiff-legged deadlift now. This is very important to focus on your low back here. You've got to stay rigid with your back. Okay, big deep breaths. Here we go. Get your oxygen. Ready, and begin. Back stays rigid. Push straight down. When you start to feel your hamstrings grab, that's your indicator to come back up. So as you drop over, keep the weights close to your legs. Push the center of gravity on your heels and just drop on over. Now it's very important here that you focus on this low back portion here and make sure that stays rigid the whole time. You can't do this exercise rounding as you go down. Real quick break, jump into set number 2. Okay, here we go. Set number 2, ready, and begin. Look forward and up as well, just like the other exercises, so you don't round your shoulders as you drop. Keep that back nice and rigid. Excellent. Stomach nice and tight. Okay, we've got 10 seconds left. Stay focused. Keep that weight real close to your legs now. Okay. Quick break. We're going to go to jumping jacks next. Now this was implemented into this workout as an active recovery in between, just to let your heart rate come down a little bit. So take your time doing these jumping jacks. Just get some blood flow back in the rest of your body. Ready? And begin. 2 sets, 25 seconds. Now full range of motion. Touch your hands over the top. And just remember, stay on the ball of your feet while you're doing this. There's no real need for your heels to ever touch the ground on this exercise. Big deep breaths. 1 down, 1 to go. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready, begin. Take advantage of this aerobic part of this workout. Get as much oxygen in as you can. Okay, you've got 12 seconds, guys. Good job. Full range of motion. Touch those hands overhead. 5. 4. Excellent. Okay, Swiss ball leg curls, the next exercise, and we're going to throw a little twist in it and add a bridge at the end. So get your stability ball ready. You're going to start out flat on your back, arms down to your sides, and your legs straight with your calves and your heels on the ball. Here we go. Ready, and go. So hips come up, curl the ball in, and then lift a little bit higher with your hips, and then go straight back out. It's 2 movements. So you got the curl in, then your hips up, and then you curl back out. Back and forth. Stomach nice and tight. 6 seconds here. And take a break. Okay, here we go. Next set, ready, and begin. Now for a more advanced version here, you can put your hands behind your head like Stacy's doing here to elongate your torso a little bit. So you curl in, lift your hips up, drop them a little bit, and extend back out. It's 2 specific movements here. Your hips never touch the ground until we're finished. 5 more seconds. Okay, quick break. Let that heart rate come down a little bit. Now we've got a lunge jump next. You're going to get into your lunge position. Now remember, when you're in this long lunge position, stay the width of your hips. There's no need to go up one foot right behind the other like bouncing on a trapeze. Just take your time, stay focused here. Here we go. Ready? And begin. Explode off the ground, jump right back down. Now just like the squat jumps, when you land, you have to land with your knee bent. So that back knee should almost be hitting the ground. If you're having trouble with balance, you're welcome to put your hands out to your sides. It's completely up to you. Now focus on that pressure being on the front heel only. Take your time, go at your own pace. Okay, real quick break. We got one more. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready and begin. Stomach nice and tight, help support your low back during this exercise. Lean into it, go at your own pace. Excellent. Make sure that front heel's got all the focus on it now. Take your time, we've got 8 seconds left. Excellent, guys, stay with it. Here we go, that's it. Okay, real quick break. We're going to do the next exercise called adduction on the stability ball. So get your stability ball ready. You're going to be seated on the stability ball, straddling it with your legs out to the side. Okay, here we go. Now I want you to make sure your thighs are pointing straight down to the side. They can't point forward. They need to point straight down on the sides of the ball with your feet behind the ball. Ready? And squeeze. Squeeze with your knees, release. 1001, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. You should feel your rear end contract as you're doing this exercise. Now as you squeeze your knees here, you should feel yourself raising up off the ball just slightly. That raise up is where your glutes are contracting. So squeeze, hold 1001, then release. Back and forth. Try not to use your feet on the ground. Put your feet behind the stability ball. 1 set down, 1 to go. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready? And begin. Stomach nice and tight. You don't want to over accentuate the arch in your low back. So engage your abdomen here to keep your back nice and flat. We're activating those inner thigh muscles here. Excellent work here, guys. Good job. Excellent. Okay. Quick break. We're going down to the floor on this one. This next exercise is called the Flutter Kick. So you're going to start out flat on your stomach. Put your hands in front of you. Rest your head on your hands. Your legs have to be straight. It's very important in this exercise. Ready? And begin. One leg at a time. Take your time. Touch one leg. Touch the other leg. Back and forth. Keep that knee locked. Lift the leg up straight until you feel your glute contract. The goal here is that you feel your glutes. You don't need, this is not a contest to see how high you get on this exercise. Just go the height that you feel your glutes. That's it. Stomach nice and tight. Your torso should be completely stabilized. Real quick break. Okay, here we go. Ready? And begin. Stomach nice and tight. Now remember, your knee has to stay locked in this exercise. If you bend your knee, it's over. The goal is to get your thigh off the ground. Point your toe for more range of motion here. And your torso from the waist up is completely stabilized. There's no movement there. So if you start to feel your low back, that means you're coming up too high. Drop the height a little bit and just engage your glutes only. 3, 2, 1, take a break. Okay, last exercise in this cycle is called the isometric squat, or squat and hold. So you're going to assume your squat position a little bit wider than shoulder width with your hands behind your head, and we're going to hold 25 seconds. Ready? And begin. Now just like any of these other movements here, it's the same stuff. The weight is on your heels, your hips are behind you, your stomach is nice and tight, and you've got real big deep breaths going here. And don't worry about getting super low here. Don't worry about even getting parallel. If you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit above parallel, that's completely up to you. Wherever you can hold it for 25 seconds. Okay, real quick break. Set number 2 coming up. Okay, here we go. Last set, ready, and begin. Stomach nice and tight. Put all that weight back onto your heels now and stay focused on looking forward and looking up. Remember, if you look down at the floor, your head and shoulders are going to go with you. You don't want your low back to round out. You've got to stay rigid with your low back here. We've got 10 seconds left, and you'll get a nice little break. Big, deep breaths here. And take a break. Excellent. Now walk it off a little bit, take a little break, stretch out a little bit, get some water, replenish your fluids, and we'll start back through the cycle. So we've done 2 sets. We're going to cycle through for another 2 sets. So gather your thoughts, stretch out a little bit, stretch your quads, stretch your hamstrings, get comfortable, let that heart rate come down a little bit, and we'll jump right back into it. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a med ball jump squat. So grab your medicine ball. You're going to go right behind your neck with that medicine ball and make sure that your elbows stay nice and wide. Okay, here we go. Ready? And begin. Deep squat, half squat, then one more deep squat and explode. Now this is a series of 3 separate squats here. And remember, it's very important that you use your knees as a shock absorber here. Don't land with your legs rigid and let your body absorb that shock. Let your knees do their job. 5 seconds here. Okay, real quick break. And feel free throughout this workout, because we're going through the second cycle, if you need to drop that medicine ball and just do a body weight here, that's fine. It's completely fine. I want you to make it through the workout. Here we go. Ready? And begin. Set number 2. Big, deep breaths. You need to breathe as much as you can in this. This is a compound exercise, meaning it's got a bunch of different parts to it, so it's hard to get your breathing in a rhythm. Just breathe as deep as you can and as often as you can. Excellent. We've got 6 seconds left, guys. Okay. Real quick break. We're going to go to mountain climbers next. So you can let the medicine ball go. We're going to go back down to the floor. So you start in somewhat of a push-up position. Remember, you're going to bring one knee in while one leg stays out, and you jump back and forth. Okay, now go at your own speed here. We're getting closer to the end of the workout, so do what you can do. Ready? And begin. Big, deep breaths. Try to stabilize your torso on this one. The only thing moving should be from the waist down. Excellent, guys. Good job. Good work. Okay, you've got 3 seconds. Okay, take a break. Good work. Good work. Great job. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, and go. Excellent. Stay focused here. Deep, deep breaths. Perfect execution. Okay, 6 seconds left. Stomach nice and tight. 2, 1. Okay, real quick break. You're going to get a stability ball now. We're going to do the basic squat with a stability ball overhead on this one. Okay, here we go. Basic squat, stability ball overhead. Don't let that ball touch your head. Ready? And begin. Hands behind your head. I know it's starting to get tough, but stay focused here. That's why we call this the Get Lean workout here. You've got 12 seconds left. Stomach stays tight, and make sure you look up and forward. You don't want your head and shoulders to round here. Keep that ball up as high as you can. Okay, real quick break. Give your shoulders a rest. Let the ball come down, and we'll start from scratch. Set number 2. Okay, here we go. Ready, and begin. Excellent. Big, deep breaths. Make sure that center of gravity is on your heels now. Stay focused on your heels, putting that pressure back. Get your rear end back as far as you can. Okay, we've got 6 seconds left. Excellent. Stay focused. Okay. Walk it off a little bit, let your stability ball go. We're going to go to squat jumps next. It's only getting better. Here we go. Okay, we need your hands behind your head now. Basic squat, but you're going to explode off the ground. Ready? And begin. Same concept as the rest of them. You do never want your knees to go over your toes here. So really focus on the second you hit the ground, you're pushing your rear end backwards. Keep that breathing going. Now, as we get later and later in this workout, the breathing is going to become more and more important. So it's mandatory that you breathe, inhale and exhale every single repetition. Stay focused here. Okay. One set down, one to go. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready? Begin. Way down the heels. Exhale as you ascend. Deep breath on the way down. Take your time. Go at your own pace here. There's no set number of repetitions here. But the goal is 25. In case you're wondering. Okay, we got 4 seconds left. Okay. Let that heart rate come down a little bit. We're going to go to stiff-legged deadlift next. So get your dumbbells ready. Okay, here we go. Basic stiff-legged deadlift here. Ready? And go. Palms face you. Make sure your back stays nice and rigid here as you drop. You always look forward and look up on this exercise. Now your center of gravity has to be on your heels, and make sure when you drop over, you've got this nice flat back here. You've got to stay straight. Excellent. We got 4 seconds. And take a break. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready? And begin. Your feet should be shoulder width apart in this exercise. Deep breath on the way down. Exhale as you lift. Excellent. We're almost there. Okay, we've got 10 seconds, guys. Stay focused. 3. And take a break. Okay, we got a little active recovery built in here now. If you remember from the other cycle, we're going to do jumping jacks here. So go at your own pace. Take your time. Let's just get some more blood flowing in the rest of your body and let your heart rate come down. Here we go. Ready? And begin. Just remember, you're starting to get tired now. The fatigue's going to be an issue, so focus on full range of motion. Legs all the way out, all the way in, hands touching overhead. Now's the time you really have got to stay focused on your form as your fatigue starts to set in. 2, 1, take a break. One more cycle of those, and we'll jump to the next exercise. Okay, here we go. Ready? And begin. Okay, you've got 15 seconds. Take your time. There's no set speed. There's no set number of reps here. Okay, 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Okay, we're going to go back down to the floor now for the Swiss ball leg curl bridge combo. So you're going to start out on your back with your hands down to your sides and your legs straight with your calves and your heels touching the ball. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, go. Now you've got 2 versions of this exercise. You've got your hands down to your sides or your hands behind your head. The more advanced version is hands behind your head, but what you've got to think about when you go to hands behind your head, you've got to put extra emphasis on your balance here. You got to push those elbows into the floor and really focus on your concentration here. You can do either or. Okay, quick break. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready? And begin. So you've got 2 movements here, remember. You curl in, lift up, drop down a little bit, and curl back out. Stomach stays nice and tight. Your core stability here is very crucial in this exercise. Keep those hips off the ground. Your rear end does not touch the ground until the exercise is over. You've got 6 seconds left. Excellent. Okay, real quick break. We're going to lunge jumps next. So you're going to go into your long lunge position here. Stay the width of your hips when you get in that position. Don't put one foot right behind the other. Okay, here we go. And we're ready. Ready, set, and go. Nice deep lunge here. Explode off the ground. Switch your feet and land back into it. That back knee should be getting an inch from the ground. Put all your pressure now in that front heel and leaning into it. Excellent. Exhale as you lift. Inhale on the way down. Okay, you've got 3 seconds. Take a break. Excellent. Let that heart rate come down a little bit. Get a little warm in here. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready? And begin. As your fatigue starts to kick in, stay focused on your form. You want to keep the center of gravity on your heels here. Don't just use the balls of your feet. Okay, you got 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, take a break. Okay, we've got the adduction exercise next on the stability ball. So get your stability ball ready. You're going to have a seat on the stability ball, straddling with your legs pointing out to the side. Okay, we're almost done here. Stay with me. Ready? And squeeze. So your legs are pointing straight down. You can't have your knees pointing forward at all, and your feet are behind the ball. Okay, keep your stomach nice and tight so you don't arch your low back. And a lot of people, when they squeeze their knees here, that causes them to arch up at the same time. So really engage your abdomen to eliminate that. You should feel your glutes and your inner thighs here. Okay, real quick break. We've got one more set here. We're almost done. Okay, here we go. Number 2. Ready? And go. Keep that breathing going. Every single repetition needs you to breathe. And remember, don't push off with your feet behind the ball. Stay focused on just your knees. Your feet are just really used there for balance. Okay, we've got 10 seconds left. 3. Okay, take a break. We're going to go back down to the floor now for the flutter kicks. So you lay flat on your stomach, put your hands in front, and just let your head rest. Okay, now remember with this exercise, it's very important that you keep your knees locked and keep your legs straight. You're focusing on getting your thigh off the ground. Ready? And go. Legs straight, point your toes on this exercise as well. And there's no competition here to see how high you can get off the ground. Just really focus on getting that thigh off the ground and contracting your glutes. If you start to feel this in your low back, that means you're coming up a little bit too high. So contract your stomach and limit your height just a little bit. Okay, real quick break. One more time. Okay, here we go. Set number 2. Ready? And begin. Excellent. Your glutes should be talking to you by now. This is the 4th time you've done this exercise here. Keep that stomach tight. Try not to twist from side to side. Just go straight up. Okay, let's finish it up. Okay, our last exercise today is the isometric squat or squat and hold. So you start with your hands behind your head. Your feet are a little wider than shoulder width. You're going to go down into position and just hold. Here we go. Ready? And begin. Hold that movement. Big, deep breaths. Now make sure you're looking up and looking forward on this movement. It's very crucial that you keep your back nice and straight and the weight, the center of gravity on your heels. Excellent. We got 4 seconds left. Stay focused on what's going on here. Real quick break. One more time. Okay, ready? And begin. Last set. Big deep breaths, stomach nice and tight, look forward, look up. Keep it on your heels. Okay, you got 15 seconds. Big deep breaths. The thighs should be talking to you, everything should be talking to you right about now. Okay, 6. Thank you for joining us today for this leg and glute workout. I really hope you enjoyed that workout. Check out our other workouts from the main menu. See you next time.
We hope that you enjoyed your workout. For more information about Dale Benedict and the Snow Angel Fitness Series, visit SnowAngelFitness.com. And for more information about Coach Troy Jacobson's complete library of fitness and training DVDs, camps, and coaching services, visit CoachTroy.com or call 1-888-288-0503.